Hello, and welcome back to making a tabletop RPG in 30 days. It's the weekend, so I get to work at a reasonable hour. I got some tunes going, and today we're going to deviate a bit. I was planning on just doing random encounters, but I felt pretty inspired on trying to figure out how a monster creator would look like, and I think I'm gonna start with mocking up doing a mock-up monster character sheet. We'll just name it this for now. Um, there are a few things we have to consider. One is that we mostly use target numbers, and the second is that skills are not necessarily useful for all characters. Let me show you what I mean. For example, if you're fighting say a manticore or something, the manticore having the dream, like a value for the dreaming skill, is not useful. This is not like something that matters. So we don't need to actually list all the skills. So maybe we have a standard target number, and then they have a modifier to the skills that they should be good at. And if for whatever reason the monster has to test dreaming, you just do it at base target number. Sound good? So we are going to start with doing some stuff here. We probably need a few text boxes. Um, hmm. How do we want to do this actually? How do I? Oh, where do I change the zoom? Let's do this. I'm trying to remember how you do the like the merge dashes. Can I just do this? No. Uh, let's just do this for now. Creature name. Creature type. Uh, no, make a new one. Let's just do it like this. We are going to go with bold. Oh god, going to go with bold. Uh, size up to 16. How is it I forget how I add make them visible. I keep forgetting how to do that because I figured it out and did it for the um, for these. But I don't remember. Oh well. Let's just keep going. This concerns me now. Let's just do this. So this is the base target number. We'll have a box for skills. Um, hmm. Where's the middle? Middle should be here. So why does this not fit? Eh. Um, what else type of info do we need on a monster character sheet? Um, let's make a mock-up creature. See what info we're missing here. Let's just make one called Ghost. We'll change this to regular font to make sure we don't get confused. There we go. Spirit, I guess. We'll have we'll have say tag number 8. So they'll have combat 3. They'll have magic too. Do we want like a lot of boxes maybe? We'll just type it like this for now. Rituals 1. This is just a mock-up, so it doesn't really matter. Sure. Here we'll add. Now I can like set these to like default styles and stuff. I just I I like just doing it manually. I know that's dumb, but I do. Incorporeal. Non-magic. Magical attacks deal no damage. This is probably not how we're gonna. Right, these are stupid because I can't type in them now. And I can just add style stuff later. Do, do, do. Here we'll maybe have a reminder text on how much the TN is. So TN would be 8 plus 3, so TN 11. Melee attack. Suffer 1 card soul damage on hit. We'll name it like Spectral Grasp. What's happening? TN 11. And we want it to be centered vertically and horizontally. And we'll put it at regular. Font 16, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Um, Become frightened. What is this? This 16. And we do this. Do we want to leave a lot more space, maybe? So we'll have like varying sizes on the boxes, maybe? Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm just trying to figure out what I want here. Maybe we do go for consistency. They don't quite fit. Why does this not work? Oh well. This is way excessively large. Hmm. Do we need more than 6 skills on our characters? 15 skills total. I don't think most creatures in a combat encounter would meaningfully have more skills than that. Hmm. So, for example, here would be like combat 11. But obviously, this is meant to be drawn by hand. I've forgotten to start a clock here, so I'll just check by my recording. And 26 minutes. I'm gonna put a 30. Okay. And pop out. Gonna put a clock on the screen. I want these to be different fonts and stuff, but we can clean that up later. How do we actually generate monsters then? Um, creature generation. Um, enemy. Oh god. Let's do this. Enemy generation. Uh, hmm. Enemy characters. come in 3 different categories. Easy, 3, medium, and hard. Easy enemies are meant to be simple to fight, and even a character not skilled in combat should be able to take one down with minimal effort. And with no real risk of death. Medium enemies are meant to perhaps not threaten to kill a player character, but is meant to very likely damage them. These even a non-combat character should win a 1 versus fight against a medium difficulty enemy, but would come away quite wounded. Hard enemies are significantly more dangerous and should represent a threat to the entire party on its own. They are a significantly more dangerous foe than medium level enemies, and even with that considered, usually come with subordinate characters at lower difficulty to make them even more dangerous, threatening. To create an easy enemy, set their base TN to 8. Is 8 good? I think so. Oh, give me 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. I'll see if I can remember to edit this part out. Just needed to go pick something up. Okay, so easy level enemies. Base 8. Say they have a combat skill of 2 or 3. They require an 11. Say most characters have at least 1 in combat. That would mean their average would be an 8. So they would miss on average? Hmm. Maybe 8 is too high. I was thinking, yeah, 8 is too high for an easy enemy. Say it's a non-combat easy level enemy. A 7 would be missed by a skill 5 character on 1s and 2s. No, only on 1s. Yeah. Mm. Uh, um, life. Um, can this do a heart? Can do a heart. Hmm. I don't really like how that looks, but it's like mocked up, I guess. Can I? Maybe I like them more if I move them like here. I don't like that they're... Hmm. 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 This is actually a problem. Maybe we don't do skill ranks. Maybe we just do a target number. So skill target numbers. Because otherwise, if I increase skill and base TN, it creeps up very quickly. How hard is 13 to hit? 13 is assume if you're skill 0, you need a face card, so it's 3 in 13, which is math. Let me actually check that. Hypergeometric calculator. Let's do to exceed 3 in 13 is a 24% success chance if you have no skill and you're fighting a medium level enemy. And each level of skill you have jumps it up by 7% if your max level skill you have a 61% success chance. That seems low against a medium level enemy. This is interesting to think about. Where do we want these to land on? So TN13 is very difficult to hit. Maybe 13 is where we want the what if we creep these down each? Uh, hmm. A max level character, so say you have 5 to hit, against a TN10. Interesting. You miss on 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have a 69% chance to hit these. Nice. So against a medium level enemy, you hit 2/3 of the time. That maybe that's too low. We could bring it up to 3/4 chance to hit, which is obviously better if you have like advantage and stuff. We'll put this at 25. Hmm. So these will be really difficult. To hit that 13 with a 5, so you need to get 8 on the card, which is 7 different failures. Which means you have 6 successes in the deck. It's a 46% hit chance against these enemies without having advantage. Advantage obviously improves this by a lot, so does any deck peeking and things like that. But this is they're supposed to be very difficult, and they come with minions. So say this is a say we're making a ghost. Banshee. Are we actually wait? Is this oh this is one we've filled in. So ghost. So let's say at an easy difficulty. We'll put them at like 10. They're not supposed to be super dangerous. Uh, hmm. We'll give them magic, which will be a TN. What was the base TN? It was base TN should be 5. So we'll put magic at 8 for them. Eight. Perception. 7. Ritual. 6. Combat. Hmm. Obviously, this needs to be prettied up, but I think this is like fine for an enemy treat. I kind of know what it does. If for whatever reason I need to test stealth on it, it will have a TN of 5, which means it. Do I like TN5s actually? Because that means you can never fail them if you're really good. But maybe if you are level 5 in stealth, you shouldn't be able to fail against like low level enemies. Unless they have perception, which this does. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. It's fine. I don't think you necessarily need an always you can always fail type of situation. It just creates feel babs when you're like amazing at something and do a test against someone who's a complete schlub and fail. It's like just not feel good. Why does this one look worse? I don't know why it's worse, so I'm just deleting it, and I can just erase the text on this. I might do more sample creatures next time. No! Oh, this is messed up again. Does it only look worse because of this? Because of this being a double spread? I don't like that this overlaps this line. I really don't like it. What is this? Oh, this is not attached to the page. Look, the XY coordinates are very different. We'll figure that out next time. So we didn't get too much done. We started on like how to make creatures. We'll work on some creature abilities as well. I just kind of want this so I can mock up encounters once I have the encounter tables done. Yeah. I might pretty this up a bit off stream, but we'll leave it here. Thank you so much for watching.